proceed with our session today? Hindi ko na patatagalin, may I call in our guest speaker, certified physician and currently Star Diamond, Dr. Danilo Sadsad.
Yan. Good
Yeah,
morning, good morning.
Doc. Yan. Good morning, Doc. So, na-miss ka ng ating mga viewers. Bumati ka muna siguro sa kanila, Doc, before we proceed.
Sige, it's always a pleasure for me na magkasama-sama tayo uli. Although, hindi pa tayo face-to-face. We are still online sa Zoom, via Zoom or via Facebook, whatever platform we have. Again, I am privileged and it's also an honor for me to be able to be with you, to be able to enlighten you with some aspects ng mga kalusugan, lalong-lalo na po yung issue natin ngayon. This is Alzheimer's. Well, alam niyo po, medyo concerned na rin tayo dito dahil I'm already in the senior years. Double citizen ako, senior citizen tsaka Filipino citizen. Si Ivy hindi pa, junior citizen pa yan. Anyway, pero ang ating topic po ngayon is something that is very popular in the United States at saka sa Europe. In fact, sa Europe tsaka sa United States, napakadaming institutions related to the treatment and rehabilitation or alleviation of these symptoms. Sa Pilipinas siguro it's about time highlight natin at magkaroon tayo ng awareness about this condition. Ang sinasabi ko is the condition of Alzheimer's. So ako po, I've been a user of DXN products for a long time. I started way back 2000 nung ako po ay na-involved sa mga supplements, herbal medicine. And I found it amazing, although hindi ako masyadong knowledgeable nun kasi wala naman tinuturong ganito sa med school. But in the process, I have acquired so many insights regarding dito sa ating mga products. At ang maganda po dito ay kung titingnan natin, almost all aspects ng human disease ay maaaring makatulong ito, if not literally the exact cure. Kasi may mga sitwasyon, may mga sakit na wala talagang kalusugan. So gusto kong pag-usapan natin ngayon ang Alzheimer's disease. Although it is, actually ang Alzheimer's natin, it is sabi sa US, it's the 6th leading cause of death in the US. At ang Alzheimer's month actually is November, but we unfortunately, due to unforeseen circumstances, I was not able to be with you last earlier November, because of some reasons. Or I think it's late November. Due to some reasons in the family. But now, pwede natin pag-usapan ang Alzheimer's. Ang Alzheimer's po is a form of dementia that impacts, kasama dito nawawala ang memory, yung ating thinking process, at pati po yung behavior. So, importante malaman at pag-usapan natin kung ano ang Alzheimer's disease. So, next slide. Yan. It is a progressive, what is Alzheimer's? It is a progressive neurological brain disorder. Ibig sabihin, progressive, tuloy-tuloy yan. Mag-uumpisa sa mild, palala siya ng palala. Ano ibig sabihin? Neurological brain disorder. It involves po yung mga brain cells natin. Ano nangyayari? Unti-unting nasisira yung brain cells na ang resulta ay nag-shrink. Lumiliit po yung utak natin. At saka yung ibang brain cells po ay namamatay. Nasisira po nito yung ating memory, yung thinking skills natin, yung kakayahan natin para mag-isip, and eventually yung ability natin to carry out simple tasks. Yung kagaya ng iba, hindi na nila magawa yung mga simpleng tasks ng pagsusulat, pagbabasa, panonood ng TV. Ito po isa sa mga cause common of dementia. Pag sinabi mong dementia, yung pagiging ulyanin. Sa Pilipino, common natin na biruan, ulyanin ka na, ganyan-ganyan. Kasi may mga bagay tayo na hindi natin maalala o kaya may nilagay ka isang gamit, di mo na maalala kung saan mo nilagay. Hindi pa naman Alzheimer's yun. Ayun siguro short-term memory loss lang. At ito po ang problema po sa Alzheimer's, ito pong dementia na to ay continuous decline in thinking. Ibig sabihin continuous decline, palala ng palala na nahirapan ka na mag-isip. At saka continuous decline ito ng behavior po natin. Ibig sabihin, nag-iiba yung ating behavior, nagiging masungit, nagiging irritable, unti-unting nawawala yung magandang behavior. At saka yung social skills natin, hindi na tayo react o makapag-interact sa ibang tao. Una-una kasi kaya hindi tayo makapag-interact. One of the things na nawawala sa atin, yung memory, yung recognition ng name, at saka yung tao na dating kakilala mo, hindi mo na sila makilala. So, yun po yung problema natin sa Alzheimer. So, ano po ba yung mga symptoms ng Alzheimer? Next slide, please. Yan. So, ano-ano yan? Una-una is memory loss. So, hindi naman ho ng lahat ng merong memory loss, may Alzheimer. Sabi nga natin, may mga senior moments tayo, minsan nakakalimutan natin because as we mature in age, ayokong sabihin yung salitang habang tumatanda tayo, pero yun po ang reality. As we mature and grow in age, yung pong mga brain cells natin ay medyo nahihirapan na. Some of them die, at yung iba naman, kailangan i-revitalize natin. Kaya importante po, as early as this, meron po tayong tinatawag ng mga brain exercises. Huwag po tayo mapako sa mga routines. Gawa tayo ng mga bagay na medyo kakaiba para mas challenge yung brain natin na mag-isip. So ito po ba isa pang symptom ng Alzheimer's is yung challenges in problem solving. So yung iba hirap na sa kanilang simple math. Although hindi naman porke mahina ka sa math, may Alzheimer ka na. Hindi po. Pero usually, if you are good before, madali ka mag-compute. Pagka nagka-Alzheimer's ka, nagdi-decline po itong capability mo. At saka yung mga familiar tasks na ginagawa mo, na dating nakakapagsulat ka, na dating meron ka mga comments na nagagawa, o siguro sa Facebook, may pa-like ka pa noon, at saka may mga comment ka pa. Once you develop yung Alzheimer's, you have difficulty in performing itong mga familiar tasks at yung mga dati mong ginagawa, nagsusulat, nagbabasa, pati yung pagsasalita mo, at nagkakaroon ka na ng misperception with time and place. Ibig sabihin, hindi mo na maalala, ba't nga ba ako nandito? Anong lugar ito? Anong araw na ba ngayon? Lunes ba ngayon? Martes ba ngayon? Linggo ba ngayon? Bakit hindi ako nagsimba? Dapat yung ngayon pala, Lunes. O kaya Martes. So, you have this misconception na nasisira ang ating perception ng time and place. And then, nahirapan tayo mag-understand ng mga visual images. Kasi po, yung mga dating familiar sa atin ng mga itsura, hindi na natin maalala. So, nagkakaroon na tayo ng problema sa mga visual images. Pati yung speaking and writing words natin, medyo mahina na. Poor judgment. Ito po isa sa mga delikado sa mga Alzheimer's. Poor judgment. Lalong-lalo na yung tatawid ka ng kalsada, hindi mo na alam. O kaya bababa ka ng stairs, hindi mo na alam yung pagtansya mo. And then there are these changes in mood and personality. Ibig sabihin, nagbabago ugali, nagbabago ang kanyang, yung iba dating masayahin, nagiging tahimik, yung dati naman tahimik, minsan nagiging aggressive. Kasi nga, hindi na siya familiar dun sa dati niyang ginagawa. At nagpo-problema siya ng pag-remember, yung pag-recall ng mga recent events. Actually, may mga kaso nga na Alzheimer's, kakakain lang nila, ang feeling lang, hindi pa sila pinakain. Kaya yung nagiging problema natin. So, ito yung mga simptomas ng Alzheimer's. Now, ano yung mga ibang, mga importanteng bagay na dapat natin na malaman tungkol sa Alzheimer's? Why are we going into this awareness? So, what are the 5 important things to know about Alzheimer's? So, unang-una, you can lose your sense of smell. So, ito yung isa sa mga early signs. Ngayon kasi pag nawalan ka ng pang-amoy, ang iniisip nila COVID kagad. Diba? Well, this is also one of the early signs of Alzheimer's disease. Kasi po ang sense of smell natin is connected to our brain for interpretation ng smell. Well, ito po isa maganda na trivia or insight ay yung drinking coffee. Yung mga friends daw po at saka mga Germans, they discovered na ang caffeine po ay merong magandang epekto kasi nadidelay niya yung memory decline. Ibig sabihin, natutulungan ng caffeine na ma-stimulate yung brain mo kaya hindi ka madaling mag-ulyanin pag nagkakape ka. So good news yan sa ating mga DXN coffee drinkers. So just go and drink your coffee. And then, ang isang mga problema din, yung ating Alzheimer's is usually linked to heart disease. So, kung minsan yung mga sakit sa puso, lalong-lalo na yung untreated, mga may increase ito ng risk ng Alzheimer's disease. Kasi ang problema natin dito, yung problema ng sinasabi nila, vascular dementia, ibig sabihin, pagka sumisikip yung mga ugat natin, isa sa mga effect nito is kinukulang ng oxygen yung ating brain. Blood supply sa ating oxygen sa brain natin. So, we must be very careful, lalo sa mga mga linkages sa heart disease. Ano yung mga risk factors? Mataas ang cholesterol, walang exercise, mataas ang blood pressure, di ba? So you have to have your heart check also. You have to have a healthy heart para maiwasan natin isa sa mga bagay na pwede natin gawin para hindi tayo magkaroon ng Alzheimer's. And then of course, maging aware tayo na mataas ang cost ng Alzheimer's. In 2050, itong prediction nila, treatment cost of Alzheimer's is expected to balloon to $1 trillion. US statistics po ito. At ito po, ang mga babae po is more prone than men. Brain shrinkage in women appears to be more severe than in men. Bakit kaya ano? Siguro ang isa sa mga ito is yung mga babae na hindi masyadong active. Pero ngayon po, mga babae is very active and dynamic na. So probably depende kung magbabagong statistics na to. So next slide po. Why we have this awareness month? So it is important because this disease is progressive. And ang problema nito, it interferes with our memory. Yung productivity natin apektado din. At dapat po dito makita natin kung ano yung pwede natin magawa. Isa po sa mga gusto nilang gawin if you have Alzheimer is to encourage a routine. Yung pong routine na to, pag medyo may symptoms na Alzheimer's, yung memory loss, para hindi ka masyado mahirapan in remembering, dapat daw pagka ikaw ay nag-ayos ng gamit, same places at always at the same time. Yung routine mo, anong oras ang kain, anong oras ang galaw mo, anong oras ang paligo, dapat yun eksakto, parang dekahon lahat. So this is one way of addressing yung mga problema sa Alzheimer's. So ito po yung Alzheimer's disease, konting trivia o konting insight lang sa statistics niya sa US. Sa United States daw, Alzheimer's and dementia deaths, nag-increase siya ng 16% during the pandemic ng COVID-19. Well, probably yung kasi isa din problema natin sa pandemya is poor oxygenation. So yung poor oxygenation ng ating katawan, ng heart, pati brain natin naapektuhan. Kaya ang problema natin dito, tumaas siya nung panahon ng pandemya. And still Alzheimer is the most common form of dementia. Almost 60 to 80% ng diagnosed cases ng dementia is kadalasan po Alzheimer. Although siguro sa US mas medyo aware sila dito. Well, in the Philippines po, may mga psychiatrists na rin tayo na pwedeng makatulong sa atin na magkaroon ng awareness. Kasi kung minsan, may mga cases po tayo, pagka may mga dementia na, we just keep our old people at home. Meron po akong kasamahan na ganyan when I was still a physician in Mercury Drug. Yung nanay nila is with Alzheimer already. Hindi nila masyadong natutukan in form of yung talagang Alzheimer care. Yung kung matanda nakalabas ng bahay one time, hindi sila aware. Alam niyo po, it took them several years. Hindi na nila makita yung matanda kung saan na nag-grow. Siyempre, wala nang memory yun, wala siyang kakayahan makauwi. So, yun po yung problema. Kaya dapat magkaroon tayo ng awareness at magkaroon tayo ng konting sabi nga natin sensitivity sa mga simptomas nito para makita natin ng maaga. Kung may mga kamag-anak tayo, may kasama tayo sa pamilya na kailangan na matulungan, as early as the early symptoms, dapat po matulungan na natin sila. Bakit po? Because these are some of the facts na makita natin sa Alzheimer's, although ang data is from America. Tingnan natin po next slide. Yan, the number of Americans living with Alzheimer's is growing and it's growing fast. More than 6 million Americans of all ages have Alzheimer's. Although ang Alzheimer's po is common at the age of 65 and above. So mas tumatanda, mas lumalaki po yung percentage niyan. Sabi nga 72% are at the age of 75 or older. So ito po ay isang, sabi nga 12.7 million problem sa Amerika. Next slide po. Another fact or facts about Alzheimer. 1 in 9 people age 65 and older or around 11.3% can have Alzheimer or dementia. Well, just to tell you, ito pong statistics na to is American statistic. Sa Pilipinas, I don't know if we have the statistics like this kasi although may mga mas madali pong ma-recognize ang Alzheimer dun sa mga families na medyo nasa upper o nasa affluent families kasi sila po yung medyo makaka-afford, ano? At saka kung minsan sila yung well-informed and well-educated pagdating sa mga ganitong sakit. Pero when you're in the middle income and lower income family, kadalasan po ito parang nawawalang bahala, "Ay, kasi matanda na yan kaya hulyanin na." So, we don't really look into it. Pero dapat siguro magkaroon tayo ng awareness. So, other facts, almost 2/3 of Americans with Alzheimer's are women. So, yung mga matatanda po natin na women, if they have signs. Ito pa, older Black Americans are about twice as likely to have Alzheimer's or other dementia as older whites. Mas common daw siya sa Black. At saka older Hispanics are about 1.5 times as likely to have Alzheimer's or dementia as older whites. Ibig sabihin po, mga Black, Hispanics, so posible na sa atin mataas din ang incidence, kaya lang hindi tayo aware. So other facts. So ito po, 1 in 3 senior dies with Alzheimer's or another dementia. It kills more than breast cancer and prostate cancer combined. Although sabi nga, deaths from other major causes have decreased significantly, official records indicate that deaths from Alzheimer's disease have increased significantly. Ito between 2000 and 2019. Pag tinatanong mo, bakit namamatay ba yung mga Alzheimer? Kasi po talagang sa totoo lang, marami pong complication ang Alzheimer's. Probably we'll talk about it later. So next slide po. Other facts about Alzheimer, yan. People age 65 and older survive an average of 4 to 8 years after diagnosis of Alzheimer's. Yet some live as long as 20 years. Ito po ay depende sa ating Alzheimer's care. Kaya importante magkaroon tayo ng awareness dyan. Okay? So ito naman for caregivers. Bakit? Hindi ho kasi pwede ang caregiver na ordinary caregiver sa Alzheimer's. They have to be aware. So 1 of 3 caregivers, 30% usually ng mga caregivers po are the older ones. Approximately 2/3 of caregivers are women. More especially over 1/3 of dementia caregivers are daughters. So siguro yun yung nature talaga ng babae. They are more caring, they are more concerned, compassionate. Kaya kadalasan po ng mga nag-aalaga ay mga babae. And most caregivers usually live in sila with the person. Kasi hindi ka pwede ng, live out. Kailangan niya nakatutok ka sa kanya almost 24/7. Kaya nga, ako naalala ko when my mother before she expired, ang caregiver namin is talagang 24/7. Naka-round the clock yan. Although wala naman siyang dementia, pero siyempre yung ganong edad, they really need yung bang critical care. Dapat lagi nababantayan. Lalong-lalo na po with Alzheimer's because may mga routine sila na nakakalimutan nila. They can harm themselves. And then, approximately 1/4 of dementia caregivers are sandwich generation caregivers, meaning they care not only for an aging parent but also for children under age 18. So ibig sabihin, they are able or capable in caring in the both extreme of ages. So ito yung mga sa caregivers. Ano pa? So ito yung cost ng caring for Alzheimer. This is also an American statistics, 3.355 billion, including daw ang 239 billion in Medicare and medical aid. So ibig sabihin, it's really a very expensive situation. Well, hopefully sa Pilipinas po, we can create some care programs. Maaring hindi tayo masyadong aware, pero may mga mental health program po ang DOH natin,
Every 4 seconds.
caring for Alzheimer's. Okay, sige po. Tuloy natin sa
Every
ating
4 seconds, someone is diagnosed with Alzheimer's disease. It's the most common cause of dementia, affecting over 40 million people worldwide. And yet, finding a cure is something that still eludes researchers today. Dr. Alois Alzheimer, a German psychiatrist, first described the symptoms in 1901 when he noticed that a particular hospital patient had some peculiar problems, including difficulty sleeping, disturbed memory, drastic mood changes, and increasing confusion. When the patient passed away, Alzheimer was able to do an autopsy and test his idea that perhaps her symptoms were caused by irregularities in the brain's structure. What he found beneath the microscope were visible differences in brain tissue in the form of misfolded proteins called plaques and neurofibrillary tangles. Those plaques and tangles work together to break down the brain's structure. Plaques arise when another protein in the fatty membranes surrounding nerve cells gets sliced up by a particular enzyme, resulting in beta amyloid proteins, which are sticky and have a tendency to clump together. That clumping is what forms the things we know as plaques. These clumps block signaling and therefore communication between cells, and also seem to trigger immune reactions that cause the destruction of disabled nerve cells. In Alzheimer's disease, neurofibrillary tangles are built from a protein.
Okay. And another video
What
presentation.
is Alzheimer's disease? Alzheimer's is a slow, fatal disease of the brain affecting 1 in 10 people over the age of 65. No one is immune. The disease comes on gradually as 2 abnormal protein fragments called plaques and tangles accumulate in the brain and kill brain cells. They start here in the hippocampus, the part of the brain where memories are first formed. Over many years' time, the plaques and tangles slowly destroy the hippocampus, and it becomes harder and harder to form new memories. Simple recollections from a few hours or days ago that the rest of us might take for granted are just not there. After that, more plaques and tangles spread into different regions of the brain, killing cells and compromising function wherever they go. This spreading around is what causes the different stages of Alzheimer's. From the hippocampus, the disease spreads here to the region of the brain where language is processed. When that happens, it gets tougher and tougher to find the right word. Next, the disease creeps toward the front of the brain, where logical thought takes place. Very gradually, a person begins to lose the ability to solve problems, grasp concepts, and make plans. Next, the plaques and tangles invade the part of the brain where emotions are regulated. When this happens, the patient gradually loses control over moods and feelings. After that, the disease moves to where the brain makes sense of things it sees, hears, and smells. In this stage, Alzheimer's wreaks havoc on a person's senses and can spark hallucinations. Eventually, the plaques and tangles erase a person's oldest and most precious memories, which are stored here in the back of the brain. Near the end, the disease compromises a person's balance and coordination. And in the very last stage, it destroys the part of the brain that regulates breathing and the heart. The progression from mild forgetting to death is slow and steady, and takes place over an average of 8 to 10 years. It is relentless and, for now, incurable. Helping your family, friends, and neighbors to better understand Alzheimer's will reduce stigma, improve care, and even help the fight for a cure. Thanks for helping to do your part.
Alright. So we're back. So ito po yung importansya natin sa Alzheimer. So kikita natin as of now there is no known cure. Although may tinatawag tayong mga treatments and therapy to somehow slow down the disease process. Pero ito po ay progressive. Ibig sabihin, when it sets in, tuloy-tuloy na po yan. Mahirap po siyang pigilin. Pero siguro may mga factors tayo na pwede natin gawin. So ito yung ilan ng mga suggestions. These are some of the suggestions where we can treat without medication. So ano yung pwede natin gawin? Una-una, what is very important is yung sleep natin, healthier sleep pattern. So, dapat po talaga ang bawat isa sa atin, we should have enough sleep. Feel calmer and happier. Ibig sabihin, walang masyadong stress. Well, although this is very difficult to achieve kasi lalo-lalo panahon ngayon ng pandemic, so maraming stress, mahirap maging kalma. Pero sabi nga natin, do not be anxious about anything, sabi ng Bible. Sabi niya, do not worry, yan din ang sabi ng Bible. Kasi the worrying cannot add even a minute to your life. Tama naman. So if we can't do anything about a situation, wag na po natin sabi natin, yung guluhin yung ating isipan. Just let it go. If you can't do anything about it, let it go. Keep doing daily activities for longer time. Yung mga daily activities natin, dapat po ituloy-tuloy yan. And then, lighting daw po, importante yan. Alam niyo po, minsan mas kalmado sa ating isip o utak, yung medyo dim ang lighting. Huwag yung masyadong bright kasi po nakakaano yan. Parang nakaka-irritate, lalo na sa ating eyes. And then also listen to favorite music. Well, music is really soothing. Music also is, sabi nga nila, is therapeutic. Nakakatulong po yan makapagpatulog, makarelax. Ako po, I have developed a habit of listening to music while sleeping. Parang hinahanap-hanap na ng tenga ko. Meron ako mga sleep music sa aking playlist na talagang pinili ko lang siya para to help me relax, to help me feel good pagka ako yung nakahiga na. So, yun po, importante yan. And then, look at photos and talk about life events. Ibig sabihin, hindi naman ikaw titingin mo litrato at ikaw magsasalit na mag-isa, no? Try to share these happy moments with people that you know, people that you care for, and people that cares for you. Anak mo, kapatid mo, kaibigan mo, asawa mo, kung may boyfriend ka, kung may girlfriend ka, discuss yung mga happy moments. Maganda po yan. And then also, try playing games, then puzzles. Yung mga puzzles po, maganda kasi it stimulates thinking. Well, calendars po, you can project dates, calculate what you will do, o kaya mga planning po natin, even plan a trip. Kasi maganda po dyan, kasi kailangan din po sa Alzheimer's natin para hindi tayo masyadong magkaroon ng progression na mabilis, maging busy tayo physically para maganda ang blood circulation nyo, maganda ang oxygenation ng brain. So, brain exercise with a small group of people, ito po yung mga therapy sessions na. So, bibigyan tayo ng mga tasks para kung tayo ay mag-iisip. So, ano yung steps to reverse memory loss? So, maganda po, mabalance natin yung blood sugar natin. So, we eat talagang tunay na pagkain, whole foods, wag po yung mga instant na mga tinitimpla-timpla. More on talagang whole fruits, vegetables. And then, yung kakainin po natin prutas ay low in glycemic, yung tinatawag na glycemic index. Ibig sabihin, hindi siya nakakataas ng sugar. Ano ba yung mga prutas na hindi nakakataas masyado ng sugar? Well, you have your grapes, you have your apples, banana, okay din, pero may mga varieties ng banana na medyo high ang glycemic index. Ano yung high ang glycemic index? Ay yung matatamis mo na yung mga mangga, mga langka, yan, matataas ang glycemic index yan. And then, eat healthy fats that makes your brain happy. Alam niyo po ba ang healthy fats kung saan yung makukuha? Walang iba kundi sa mani. Yung fats po sa mani is good for the brain. So, maganda po yan. Then, have your regular exercise because it promotes better blood circulation, better muscle coordination po yan. Kasi importante po sa atin sa Alzheimer's, lalo-lalo na sa early stage, ay ma-develop niya yung routine ng muscle coordination. And then, of course, sabi nga, supplement wisely, mamaya. Pag-usapan natin yung supplementation. And then, of course, check your thyroid and hormones. Kasi kung minsan, baka mamaya hindi naman pala Alzheimer's, ibang problema. So, dapat i-check din natin, i-rule out natin yung ibang pinanggagalingan ng memory loss at saka, syempre, i-control natin yung stress levels natin. And like what we said earlier, at least get at least 8 hours sleep every day. Every night, of course. Depende kasi yung mga nasa care sa mga call centers, ang tulog nila hindi every night, every day. Kasi sa araw sila natutulog, hindi sa gabi. Okay, so Alzheimer is a progressive disease that can get worse over time. So until the person is no longer able to manage daily tasks as a goal of Alzheimer's disease ng Awareness Month is educate the public about the symptoms of the disease so that people can identify a loved one who may be developing it. So yun po importante, no? Magkaroon tayo ng early awareness para kung nakita natin nag-uumpisa na to sa isang kamahal natin sa buhay, kamag-anak, kaibigan, when we can start doing something about it. Although sabi nga natin wala po tayong gamot sa Alzheimer's, pero may mga pwedeng gawin para hindi naman ganun kabilis ang progression. Ang average po is around 8 to 10 years ang progression niya. So within that 8 to 10 years, ma-maximize po natin na hindi sila umabot doon sa dulong-dulo na kung saan yung brainstem mismo, yung nagpapahinga at nagpapadibok ng puso natin ay nasira na ng mga causes ng Alzheimer's. Kasi po itong mga plaques at saka tangles na sinasabi kanina, ito po yung mga protein system na nasa loob ng katawan natin na dumadalay sa dugo natin na pumapasok sa ating brain. So pagka tuloy-tuloy po yan na hindi natutulungan yung ating brain, pwede pong bumilis yung process. So ang objective natin is tulungan. Kaya nga sabi niya, supplementation, supplement well. So ano po yung mga supplement? Alam po natin naman tayo sa DXN. Next slide po. Sa DXN po, marami tayong supplement that can help our body para maging maayos yung nutrition niya. Kasi po ang nutrition natin ay malaki ang role para sa kalusugan, hindi lamang ng ating katawan, even for our brain. So tingnan po natin, ano yung mga products natin na binigay. So unang-una po in our list is our Ganoderma. So alam po natin, next slide po. Yan, Ganoderma, it's the king of herbs. Well, if you want to know much more about Ganoderma, I encourage you na attend our Ganotherapy sessions. Pero just for now, ito po ay king of herbs. It's been around for more than 2,000 years. Sa China po, ito ay isa sa mga well-revered o talagang hinahangaan at bilib ang mga Chinese dito pagdating sa kanyang health benefit. Sa Amerika po, ito ay kasama sa American Herbal Pharmacopoeia at saka Therapeutic Compendium. And it contains several elements na maganda para sa ating kalusugan. May polysaccharides, may adenosine, may triterpenes, at saka marami pong iba pang mga nilalaman. So ito po ang kagandahan ng ating Ganoderma. We have it in the form of RG. Ito yung ating Reshigano, which is the matured mushroom, and the RGL, which is the Ganocilium, which is the 14-day or younger mushroom. Now, gusto ko lang i-share sa inyong highlight, when it comes to Alzheimer's, may mga research din po na pinapakita sila regarding, ito po ay one of the researches that I found, ito po ay stem cell reports. Ito pong article na to, sabi, polysaccharides from Ganoderma lucidum promote cognitive function and neural progenitor proliferation. Ito po ay nakita nila na study sa mouse model, hindi sa tao. Ano pong advantage po dito? Sinasabi po sa highlights ng ano na to, ng report nito, na yung neurogenesis po, yung paglaki o pagganda ng koneksyon ng mga nerves, natutulungan daw po ng Ganoderma lucidum. Ay yung tinatawag neural progenitor cells. Ito po yung nagpapaganda ng neurogenesis. Ibig sabihin ng neurogenesis is yung pag-usbong uli o paglusog uli ng mga nerve cells na humihina. So, pagka daw po naka-Ganoderma tayo, nakaka-promote ito ng renewal nitong mga nerve cells na to. Kasi po, ang view ng ibang bagong mga medical practitioners or even mga scientists, may mga dormant tayo na stem cells sa ating brain na kung tama yung ating mga herbs na ginagamit, it can promote revitalization ng mga humina natin na brain cells o nerve cells natin. So nakita nila, based on this study, although it is an animal study, na ang polysaccharide po sa Ganoderma natin ay nakakatulong po ito. Kaya ang effect po nito, sabi nga nila, yung quality of life at saka yung memory loss ay medyo nababawasan ng konti o nadidelay with the help of our Ganoderma. So it is very important for us, lalong-lalo na sa atin po na gumagamit ng Ganoderma. Unang-una, maganda ang nourishment ng ating brain. Tapos po, yung mga free radicals, mga toxins na sumisira sa ating brain, dahil alam natin maraming antioxidants ang Ganoderma, natutulungan po niyang mapigilan. So in terms of prevention, maganda po ang Ganoderma para maiwasan natin yung tinatawag natin dementia or Alzheimer's disease. Also, it promotes better blood circulation. Kasama na po sa brain yan kasi pinabubukan yung mga ugat natin. At kung may mga bara-bara sa ugat at meron kang mga problema, sabi nga, mga cardiovascular problems, somehow Ganoderma, nakakatulong po yan kasi pinipigilan niya yung pagkukumpol ng platelets, pinabubukan niya yung ugat. So in terms of oxygenation ng buong katawan natin, nakakatulong po ang Ganoderma. So that is one of the supplements na pwede nating panghawakan, yung RGGL natin. Now, I want to introduce you to another supplement. Next slide, please. Yan, spirulina po. Ang spirulina po, kung titingnan natin, may mga research, din sila regarding sa spirulina. So may mga research, it is a PDF review kung ano yung effect ng spirulina sa tinatawag nating brain health. Kasi ang spirulina po ay kumpletong pagkain po ito. Ito yung blue-green algae. At ang kagandahan po, yung cultivation natin. Next slide, pakita natin yung Malaysian na spirulina yan. So we have a very, very efficient spirulina farm sa Malaysia. Napakaganda po nito, walang contaminants, malinis na malinis. At saka yung spirulina na nakukuha dito is very active. Now, ang kagandahan po sa spirulina, hindi lang po sa nutrition, syempre magiging malusog ang buong katawan natin. So to have a healthy brain, kailangan malusog din ang katawan natin. At meron talaga siyang effect sa ating mood behavior kasi pag pinag-aralan yung spirulina, it causes the release of serotonin sa ating brain, which is a tinatawag nating endorphin or feel-good chemical that improves our mood and behavior, yung mga mood disturbances natin. Kasi kailangan ng brain mo yung amino acids na tryptophan. Ang spirulina po, kaya very rich ang spirulina sa tryptophan. Kaya meron itong effect talaga sa pag-enhance ng release ng chemical na serotonin sa brain natin na nakakaganda ng ating mood at saka behavior. Now, this is a study which I dropped upon. Sabi dito, spirulina microalgae and brain health. So, ang maganda po dito, ito din po ay isang animal study that suggests prevents loss of memory by reduction in the deposition of amyloid B proteins. Ito yung tinatawag nilang plaques sa brain, as well as increases the antioxidant activity of glutathione peroxidase. Ito po ay sa Alzheimer's disease na model na daga. So this is an animal study na minimik nila yung Alzheimer process sa animal at nakita nila na yung ating spirulina nakakatulong makabawas ng plaques. Ito yung nagkakos ng death ng brain natin. At ini-increase niya antioxidant activity. Ibig sabihin yung iba pang toxins na pwedeng mga free radicals na pwedeng pumatay sa brain cells natin, napipigilan ng spirulina. So spirulina again is other of our supplements na maganda ito, prevention at saka in the treatment process of Alzheimer's para hindi mabilis yung proseso. Kasi sabi nga natin, walang gamot sa Alzheimer. Wala pong na-discovery pa na talagang gamot para matigil yung proseso. And of course, sabi nga natin, may mga factors. Ano ba yung mga factors para hindi mo maiwasan mo Alzheimer's aside from supplementation? Mamaya pag-usapan natin after we finish our supplementation. And of course, next in line, is yung ating lion's mane. Next slide po. Next slide. Yan. Ito po, lion's mane is really, alam natin, it helps improve yung ating tinatawag na nerve growth factor. So it is very, very efficient po yan sa ating brain. So ito yung isa sa nakita ko sa study na ang lion's mane po ay nakakatulong talaga sa pag-promote ng tinatawag na neurite growth para sa dementia patients. Ito ay isa sa mga studies na one small clinical trial in patients with Alzheimer's disease suggests that lion's mane treatment over 49 weeks improve activities of daily living. Ano po yan? Yung personal hygiene, dressing, preparing food. Oh, yun yung mga nakita nila na isa sa mga naitutulong ng Alzheimer, ng Lion's Mane sa mga Alzheimer's. Bakit? Ano bang action ng ating Lion's Mane? Ang maganda po sa Lion's Mane, it helps po improve yung tawag na nerve growth factor. Ano po yung nerve growth factor? Isa po sa napuputol sa atin sa Alzheimer's ay yung mga duktong-duktungan ng mga nerve cells kung saan doon po dumadaan yung tinatawag nating current o parang transmission ng ating memory, tsaka yung function ng nerve cells. Natutulungan po ng Lion's Mane itong mga neurite o dendritic connections na to, yung mga dikit na sugpungan na yan, parang galamay at kamay na ating nerve cells na tumubo at mag-reconnect. So, in some way, nakakatulong po si Lion's Mane na mag-improve yung brain function natin, palusugin yung remaining healthy brain cells. Kaya po yung memory loss, yung cognitive loss natin, medyo bumabagal. Even po yung ating tinatawag na mga logical daily activities na i-improve mo yan. So, yun po yung maganda sa atin sa Lion's Mane. So, kung tingnan po natin, we have so many products that can help out. Lahat po yan nakakatulong. So, importante po sa atin. Next slide po, just to show you yung critical care. Next slide, Ladder's Lion's Mane Coffee. Of course, next slide po. Isa pa, yan. So, it is critical that we keep up the fight against Alzheimer's until a cure is found. So, kasi po, as of now, wala pang cure. And continue to care for all those affected by this condition. Let us always show care and affection and ultimately, sabi nga, share the love for everyone. Now, gusto ko lang makita natin, so ano yung mga risk factors? So, unang-una ang risk factors ng Lion's Mane, age. So, maging conscious tayo for our elderly people. And then, kung meron tayong history sa ating family ng merong Alzheimer's, then most likely, maaari ito po ay ma-carry on sa ibang generation. So, isa pa sa mga pwede daw panggalingan ng mga Alzheimer ay yung mga frequent health trauma. So, sabi nga natin, be careful with your head. Huwag nyo basta-basta inuuntog lang yan. Kasi yung mga head trauma po na yan can be a greater risk for Alzheimer's disease. Ano pa ho? Excessive alcohol consumption may affect po ang alcohol sa ating brain because alcohol denaturizes protein. At ang alcohol po ay tumadaan sa blood-brain barrier. So kaya nga kayo nalalasing, kaya kayo nagiging tipsy. Kasi po naapektuhan ng alcohol ang brain natin at pinapatay din po ng alcohol ang ating brain cells. Poor sleep patterns, and siyempre lifestyle na meron dapat healthy heart. Iwasan po natin yung sedentary na lifestyle. Tulungan po natin na hindi tayo masyadong maging overweight. And then of course, cigarette smoking at saka second-hand exposure sa cigarette. Kung meron tayong high blood pressure, we have to really control that high blood pressure para hindi ma-compromise yung blood circulation sa brain. High cholesterol can block your blood vessels. Mahihirapan din ang oxygenation sa brain. At saka kung may diabetes po tayo, dapat po ay magkaroon tayo ng magandang diabetic control. So ito po ay dapat nating ayusin kasi ito yung mga risk factors na pwedeng madali tayong magkaroon ng Alzheimer's. So this is our topic for today. Sana magkaroon tayo ng awareness kasi sa Pilipinas po, di tayo masyadong aware. And I hope with this simple talk, ay mag-spark tayo ng awareness to be able to identify and care for our people, our loved ones with Alzheimer's. So thank you very much and good morning to everyone.
Who can consume and use DXN products? Since DXN products are natural health products, they are suitable for all categories of people, starting from infancy to old age and the sick. Make sure you find the time and spend some money for your health before it is too late. DXN products help your body to maintain optimal health. Give them a try, and you will feel the benefits of DXN products in a more natural way. Thank you for spending your time with us.